are listening to an Atomic Broadcasting production. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the feature presentation. And remember, do your part, such as like, comment, rate, and don't forget to tell a friend to tune in for an Atomic Time.
You want to tell people why we're here, Jordy?
Yeah, I was trying to break in, but there wasn't a good spot. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this bonus episode / string of episodes. We're not really sure how long these people will survive in this adventure, so we'll see how long this goes.
Hey.
Today, we were missing Sven, so we decided rather than just skipping a recording session, we would pull in a couple friends that you folks hadn't heard from yet and kind of just introduce them to you all with this totally not connected, totally not canon, just side adventure we've got going. So today, we've got with us as guests, we have Nolan.
Yes, hello. Man in the background is normal, but now I'm actually at a table, so it's great. I get to be a part of it.
What are we going to do about the cats?
Yeah, who's wrangling the cats now?
The dog is.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Oh,
there's
no.
more than one cat here?
Who's to say?
There's always more than
The
one.
cats live in the walls.
She's big enough as to be two cats.
There's two cats that look exactly like the one cat, and they just swap back and forth.
It's like Mary-Kate and Ashley on Full House.
So you've heard a lot about Nolan. You may have heard him in the background here and there. He's been helping out a lot with me, making storyline and coming up with stuff for the show, helping with just kind of like the logistics and wrangling stuff in the background of recordings. So we've got him on mic now. He's bringing in a character, and that'll be great. We also have Olivia.
Hello, I am not Sam.
Guys, you sound identical.
It sounds so similar.
She is not Sam, but she is the lead developer for the social media and for the iconographic
Logo
design.
design?
Yeah, logo
Yeah.
design. So if you're looking at that cool logo on your phone right now while you're listening, because everybody stares at their phone while they listen to podcasts, that was Olivia's creation.
How else are you going to get the information?
I know, you need to burn the image into your eyes to properly enjoy the entire
Yeah.
podcast.
If you don't see the image when you sleep, you didn't listen to the podcast.
Exactly.
Hey, if I have animated this for YouTube,
Well,
Those
we'll
little
get to
stars
you.
are going to be rotating for you just in your brain.
there's the 3 dots at the end of that sentence because I don't know how to finish it.
Ellipses.
Well, that's not how you should finish the sentence.
But with that, I think we'll go ahead and jump into the world. We'll go ahead and start with a cold open.
It's freezing.
I
Someone
don't.
get me
Can
a
we do a
jacket.
lukewarm opening at least? I don't like the cold.
I guess this would be lukewarm because we introduced it. Get ready for a lukewarm opening. The night is still and warm, typical for a summer evening in Taldor. In a pasture whose ancient stone walls are juniors only to the ageless oaken forest that lies to the west. The light of a full moon shines through the clear sky and onto the form of a sleeping boy. He lies with his back against a lone maple meant to shade the livestock, his shepherd's crook long since discarded for the more comfortable crook of his arm. Around him graze a dozen or so recently sheared sheep, contentedly cropping the grass for a midnight snack. Suddenly, a dark shape passes over the moon, blotting out the light. A frightened bleating pierces the calm of the night. The rest of the flock scatters as the shepherd boy starts awake himself, panically grasping at his crook. He is too late. All he sees is the dark form of a large, winged creature silhouetted against the moon with a limp form of a U as it's being carried off into the west, into the forest. Erast'll save us, the boy breathes, white knuckles grasping his crook for support. The dragon!
Are we sure it's not Mothman?
Dun,
It
dun,
might be.
dun.
If we get through this adventure and we find a cryptid named Mothman, I'm going to be so upset.
That'd be great. I'd be happy.
It would be, but I don't want to kill Mothman.
Why not?
We have someone that could start a new Mothman cult in
He'll
Galarian.
join our tavern.
I know someone who can start a cult.
We fade back in from black as we move out of this mystery science theater segment in between.
The commentary?
Sorry.
And we see 6 adventurers, their clothes dusty from traveling, as they make their way down a road not too far from where that first scene opened.
Is it still nighttime with the
It
full
is
moon?
now morning.
Sid, why is there so much dust everywhere?
Well, it hasn't rained in a
What
long
did you
time.
do?
No, nothing. It just
I
hasn't.
swear it wasn't this dusty yesterday.
It was. It hasn't rained.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean? We've been traveling together for like weeks and it hasn't rained since.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Weeks?
I don't know.
But wouldn't it be dirt? Like dirty, not dusty?
Well, let's see if on a road,
Oh, yes.
if it doesn't get
Well, how
you know,
often are
rained
we
on.
on roads?
Quite frequently since we have a caravan.
Well,
I
I don't
make
know about
maps. I
you,
have to-
but I enjoy walking on roads rather than the grass.
That's fine for you, Backbone. But I make maps, which means I go off the road,
What?
and I'm still dusty.
Well, don't you need to know where the roads are for?
Well, yes.
map?
We travel on roads, and I get off the roads to make maps.
But the maps are of the roads, right?
No, there's already maps of the roads.
Well, isn't there already a map of this area?
No, well, not everything. Like hunting trails,
Well, if you're on a trail, then there's still dust out there.
roads to the nearest orphanage.
Is that where you find all your party members?
Not many,
Oh, he found me on the side of the road.
and he's an orphan.
I'm not an orphan.
Was it the day you were kicked out of the orphanage?
I didn't live in an orphanage.
Well, I gotta
did-
tell you, Nick, Algernon is great at finding people.
Your name's Algernon?
My name's not Algernon, it's Algernon Toll.
I just call you
Okay,
Toll.
algebra.
All right, listen here, Mr. Backbone. If Algernon's too hard to say, just call me Toll.
Troll.
No,
No.
He can find orphans pretty much anywhere, especially the orphanage.
That's true.
Especially if
I-
there's a map to the orphanage.
I myself was raised in a revolutionary orphanage in Geb.
Is anybody else thirsty?
It has been
It
a
is
rather
pretty
dry
dry.
season.
I'm kind of hungry too. Anybody got anything?
Oh, sure. What do you want?
Well, you got some bread,
Yes, of course.
some water.
I'm sure I have a water skin, yeah.
All you want is bread and
Can
water.
I have your bread and water?
Just wait for the next
Sure,
rain.
here.
Thanks.
I'll make up some more later.
We haven't even described ourselves.
You see the backbone.
You just see a spinal column walking down the road.
Floating, just.
No, it bounces Tigger style.
The wonderful thing about backbones. You see a tall, like 6'5",
Spinal column.
really big spinal. Came from a giant. No, 6 foot tall, 6'5" tall man. He's actually an android, but he looks very close to a man shape. Shape. You could tell his name is the Backbone because of a wonderful design that he has on the back of his back. Yeah.
Fine.
Jacket?
That is in the shape of a spine. And I will take the moment now. If you want a great description, you can look up my inspiration for the Backbone as the member of Steam Powered Giraffe, the Spine. He's got kind of a silvery face. He looks very androidic.
Android-esque.
Yes. Well, yes. But the point of me describing him is that he would be patting all of the dust that we have mentioned off of his nice clothes, suit, and trousers every about 5 minutes or so, because he just doesn't want them to keep getting dusty and dirty.
Does the dust mess with your keys?
Well, no, I just don't like the look of it.
I normally help clean them out every evening.
Wait, he's got gears?
I gotta get, we got a little like oil you have to use to make sure things don't bind up.
I'm not gonna lie, I was not aware that you were doing that.
I wait for you to power down.
I feel
I
like...
can't let you rust too much.
Wait, hold on a second. Nick, are you thinking he's an automaton? He's an android. He doesn't have gears.
I mean, yes, I thought he was an automaton. I was very much mistaken.
What have you been messing with?
If I'm not working on that, I'm working on my own armor.
I think I should be fine. I don't seem to have any problems yet.
What does Nick look like?
Nick is a small halfling fellow. Just, kind of somewhat young, like around 20, like mid-20s-ish. I think I wrote down 26 at some point. But yeah, he's just a young adult halfling fellow. Walks around, he has a big pack, a lot of pots and pans, because he carries all the cookware, of course. He's just in his usual, like, traveling clothes right now, not wearing any armor on him. He has a lot of books with him, too, between, like, writing things down, referring to other crafting things. If you travel for a while, he cooks pretty good. Usually cooks for the rest of the party during the evenings, so, yeah.
Nom nom.
I love your waffles.
Hey, old family recipe. Like
The
main
android
occasion.
especially likes his cooking.
Can the android taste?
No.
Aww. Can all you taste is molecules?
No, mostly just
Air? Nothing?
texture.
Oh,
Mm.
that's sad.
Good texture is important in a waffle.
That is true.
Good texture is important, period.
Mm-hmm.
Also true.
All this dust is getting in Diane's ears. Algernon Toll, the man I'm playing, he's like probably mid-50s. He's got black hair that's all dusted with gray and dust.
As we've
He's got,
established.
like a
So
big
much
coat
dust.
and bandoliers of boomerangs. And he's got like some pretty nice mutton chops with a big old beard. With a big old mustache in there. It's also all dusted in gray and dust. And when he says Diane and he kneels down to what are they called? Are they called Deinonychus?
It's Deinonychus.
Deinonychus. They're like feathered raptors, feathered velociraptors, and that's Diane. And he reaches down and starts cleaning off some dust, and he's just like, you know, Sid, I always wonder, we're covered in dust, and yet Adrian and that gnome seem somewhat averse to the dust. They look absolutely clean. It's quite frustrating.
They might have the magics.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you have the magics, Adrian?
Yes, but not prestidigitation, if that's what you're asking.
You know, I forgot about that spell.
Yes, that's usually very handy for cleaning small things, small areas.
What's your name again? Do you have the magics?
The gnome, that is.
Some people just don't want to tell us their name. I can understand that. It's for anonymity.
But what is
It
it?
just makes me laugh. Can I get this out? That's the question.
And sometimes it just makes you laugh.
When you get it out, we just asked your name.
I believe in you, Abby.
Okay, well, everyone calls her Lark, but her
Oh,
full
no.
name is Larkness M. Oster.
Larkness a monster.
Larkness M. Oster.
Oh, that's so good.
I love that
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Wait, so your name's Lark?
Yeah.
The whole time?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just tell us last week?
It never came up.
I asked you what
Uh,
your name was.
No, you started to, but then Diane bit someone.
Oh,
Never came up.
that
So
does sound like Diane.
That was a bit odd. I don't see things biting other things very often.
Well,
Nom
you
nom.
should spend more time with Diane.
I don't think I want to.
She's quite friendly.
She bites
That's
people?
good.
as she bites something.
Is that how she shows her affection?
Well, not usually. She usually bites people who aren't worth my time.
I'm surprised she hasn't bitten any of us.
I am too.
It was a beggar she bit, so
See, I help to give her food, so she seems to like, at least not like me.
She likes you.
Well, you know what they say, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
That's usually the idea.
She's bitten me before.
Do you feed her?
I have in the past.
Lark, you never told us if you have the magics.
Yeah.
Do you
do.
keep? Is that how you're not dusty?
No, I don't even know that spell.
How come you people aren't dusty?
I
Like
don't
us?
know.
Because we're inside the wagon.
Ah,
There's
That's
no
what tends
dust
to be.
inside the wagon.
It's not as dusty in here. Maybe you guys should move in here.
I forgot that was an option.
Well, see, I notice all the dust out here because I do typically dust inside of the wagon when I'm cleaning it every week. But that's why I wondered why it would be so dusty outside. There's nowhere to build dust.
People normally clean wagons every week.
I do.
Oh, okay.
All of my cartography supplies are in there.
But do most people?
Surely they do.
It's been a very dry season, so I mean, yeah, just
What does dry have to do with dust? I don't understand.
moisture helps hold it down.
But it's grass. Grass doesn't make dust.
We're on the
People make
road.
dust.
Are you familiar with a cake?
Yes, I've had many cakes.
If you dry
many
a cake,
birthdays.
it becomes powdery.
Well, I suppose that's...
If you dry a mud, it becomes powdery.
Oh, if you dry mud, it becomes dirt.
Exactly.
That's not
And
dust.
then dirt
That's
becomes
dirt.
dust.
Dust is not the same thing as dirt.
Have you ever tried to sweep outside?
Why would I do that? That's just innate.
Exactly.
You can't clean the outside. That's why I dust my wagon.
So, Adrian, what do you look like?
Thank you, caffeinated animal wrangler.
You're welcome, not Sam.
I was waiting for a moment when they got out of the cart so we
I-
could see them.
kept trying to push it towards their direction, but
I-
Sam
I
kept
pushed
going
it
back
the
to the
direction,
dust.
Too.
You take
You're
it back so fast.
obsessed with the dust right now.
Adrian is apparently not dusty, I've been informed. Oh.
It is canon.
canon. He looks roughly 37, apparently.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Michael. And he looks incredibly average, just the most average person you could ever think of. His name is Adrian Mann, and it's spelled with 2 N's on man. Adrian only has 1 N, I think.
So he is a man.
He is a man, yes. Absolutely, totally a man.
Well, see, now how you're saying that, I'm starting
That's why
to
he goes by
disbelieve
Adrian instead of a man, because then people start to question it.
Sid, I don't think it's... I think he's implying not that he's not a man, he's an orphan.
I do have at least one parent still alive, thank you.
Oh, good.
I was not qualified to join the orphanage. That's why I took one instead.
That's an interesting way to think about it.
So what does Lark look like when she's not doing the magics?
Like a gnome.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Wow, I'm so glad I know what a generic gnome looks like.
But she always looks like a gnome.
What color hair?
Oh, listeners can't see it. It's the color of Olivia's pencil.
Oh,
It's
pink?
a beautiful, hot, darkish pink.
Like a magenta?
Not quite magenta. It's not as violent,
Hot magenta.
but yes.
And for the men out there listening, it's pink.
yes.
Sexist.
No,
darker.
It's luscious pink.
It's dark pink.
It's a darker pink.
It's a
you
dark
know the
pink.
thing. Men don't know colors, while women know like every color of the universe.
Okay.
Take your pink, put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes.
That actually sounds like it would be a good description of the pink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds like how you make cake.
But as a human who does not like the color pink, I don't know why I went with that color. Actually, I do know, and you'll find out in a minute.
Being a gnome, I'm curious to know what is Lark's complexion.
So I wrote down the color of river rock,
Ooh.
and then I wrote in the side notes, pick whatever river you want and go with that,
Oh, fair enough.
because river rock varies. So pick your favorite river, imagine a rock from that river,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the color
So
of her skin.
you're kind of gray-blue.
Yeah.
Or brown.
Or brown,
No,
or
gray
reddish,
blue to
depending on
me.
where you're at.
This is
Yes.
what they mean by beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Or she jumps out of your hand and she's a frog.
What?
Can you fit in my hands?
I can't fit in your hands. Anyway, her eyes are blue, and if you look closely, she has what appears to be a tattoo of a plant
Scandalous.
on her shoulder.
What kind of plant?
Okay, you won't know what this is unless you look it up.
Oh.
Persicaria.
Darn, I won't.
I know
sounds
what that
cool.
is. No, I don't know.
Aha.
Persicaria. Specifically wild Persicaria.
All right, everybody, tap away from the app on your phone where you've been staring at the logo and Google Persicaria.
That's also if you look at
Is
the
it this?
pink. No, if you look at the pink version, that's the same color as her hair.
Does she wear green like those leaves and blend in with the vegetation?
Some green. Yeah.
So is the tattoo like a bundle of Persicaria?
No, it just appears to be similar to Persicaria.
Is that a colored tattoo, or is it more like the usual kind of stencil?
No, pick whatever you want. I didn't go into that far of detail.
Can I recall knowledge on Persicaria?
Can we move on? It's not that big of a deal.
Sorry, who's left?
It's me.
And Nolan.
Oh, didn't you describe
I
yourself?
thought Nolan
You
did.
threw one at me to start.
Yeah, and did you not?
I gave a brief description, not a good detailed one for my halfling fellow.
Well, give us a deep one.
Oh no. Oh no. He's a fish.
He has
How long do we have?
dirty blonde hair. It has a good bit of facial hair trimmed short. He likes to keep it that way. He's an inventor, of course, as you know. So he has a lot of gadgets and things with him. And if you see, his hands are very scarred, and he does have a tattoo of stars on the back of his hand.
Any specific constellation?
Well, I don't know the constellations in Galarian.
You just make something
It's
up
the
like
Big
chicken.
Dipper.
Taurus.
Are they tattoos or scars?
There are scars. Like
So
on
there's
his
star
fingers,
scars.
and a tattoo.
Is the tattoo over the scars or the scars over the tattoo?
Or
Tattoos are over the scars.
do the scars make up the constellation?
You might see some were made to match.
Nice.
Wait, you made scars to match the
No,
constellation?
the tattoo.
No, the scars came first.
Oh, okay.
Had a rough life.
Oh no.
There are more scars than just the hands.
Oh gosh.
Do you need to be adopted? Do you need a strong father figure?
Yes,
You are my
please.
other son now.
If I had a heart, I would definitely relate.
I consider you a brother.
All right.
This is nice. Sid, what is it you look like again?
Well, let me tell you, because I know you're blind in your left eye.
I'm fine. My left eye is great.
So Sid Slaughter Silm is who I'm playing.
It's too much.
It's beautiful. Sid is spelt with a T, and Slaughter is spelt incorrectly.
So Sid, T-I-D?
T-S-I-D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, silent
with a T and Slaughter without a T.
Stid.
Yeah,
He's a
Slaughter is without a
stid.
T. It's spelled incorrectly. However you want to spell it, as long as you read it and it phonetically reads okay. He is half orc, so he's about 6 feet-ish tall, probably about 5'11", 6. He has light gray skin, and his arms are just ever so slightly too long. So where like normal arms reach about the hip, his arms go a little bit, almost like halfway to his knees. Oh, and he's carrying 2 weapons. One is just giant. It is a giant double-sided axe, and then the other one is a dwarven hammer.
A dwammer.
Rammer.
Well, I wanted to ask if Adrian Toll, is he also a man?
Excuse me?
His name's not Adrian.
It's Algernon Toll.
My name is
I'm Adrian.
Algernon.
Right. I wrote
Golly
Adrian twice.
gee, man.
You are a man.
What's your profanity?
Get your head together, boy.
Don't talk to my son like that.
Dare you?
Wait,
man.
he's your son?
Wait.
He is
What?
now. I adopted him. He
Oh.
needed a strong father figure.
I don't need a strong father figure, but can I be adopted?
Sure, you are my other son. I have 3 sons now.
Does that make me not an orphan?
No, you're still an orphan.
All of my children are orphans, and I love them. They are strong, independent young men.
I need to introduce you to my other night dad.
Ooh.
You can wear green and red and have short shorts.
I don't want to do that.
Robin!
And as you're rolling along this dusty road and discussing how you should dress the orphans that accompany you in combat, you see a little ways down the road ahead of you what appears to be like a youngish woman who seems to be bent over something by the side of the road.
Sid, there's a youngish woman bent over something on the road. Go check it out, will you? I'll have my boomerang prepared to protect you.
All right then. Sid's gonna walk over and
I'll accompany him.
I will also accompany him.
madam, and I tap her shoulder.
She notices you approach before you like actually reach her, and she looks up.
I still tap her shoulder.
Make a nature check
Oh, I'm not good at that.
or survival, your choice.
I don't think I'm good at either.
And Backbone and
Nick.
Backbone and Nick, you were coming to. You can also make nature or survival checks.
I have good eyes. Can I make a nature or survival check?
Not good enough for this check.
14.
Right.
Trained.
Okay.
17 trained.
27.
Wow.
So, Nick, you're like a little bit suspicious, and you're like, wait, hold on a second. And Backbone, you are 100% sure she is attempting to skin a rabbit and is not succeeding. And she looks up as you approach, and she's like, oh, hello, are you adventurers?
Sorta, kinda. You doing a little hunting?
Yeah, a little hunting. She stands up and like goes to like wipe her hands off on something, and then just kind of looks around like
You
there's
can
nothing.
use this, and I just like lift up part of my clothing.
She looks like at first just like repulsed, and then like she immediately just like powers through and just like cleans her hands off.
I'll clean it later. It's fine.
She's wearing like a white tunic and then like pauldrons and vambraces, so like the forearm guards.
But you shouldn't be murdering something in white clothing. It stains the clothing.
Oh, yes, I hadn't thought of that. Thank you.
Well, do you have the magics?
No.
Do you need help skinning that rabbit? There's a bit of a trick if you've done it a bit.
Oh, that would be appreciated. Thank you.
Sure. Nick will go up and work to skin the rabbit. Try to recover whatever she might have butchered and not doing it well.
I don't think I need my boomerang. They seem to be talking with her. That woman. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going to go check out the woman. I mean, I'm going to see what's going on.
Sure you are.
Check my wagon and keep the dust out.
Lark, you want to grab some handfuls of dust to dump in this wagon?
Diane will be watching.
Diane is our cohort.
Diane and I are
Monsters.
friends.
Wow. Okay, Algernon has jumped out and has headed towards...
As he's coming up, I'm gonna yell, she doesn't have the magics.
What?
She don't have the magics.
Why are you asking her if she has magic?
Because her it'll make sense when you get
Hold
here.
on. Is she or is she not covered in dust?
Is she covered in dust?
She is not covered in dust.
No.
Perhaps she's lying to you, Sid.
Well, I would have to say she was probably out in the grass where it's less dusty.
Well, that is right.
Are you looking for the magics?
Oh, no, a couple of our friends have the magics, and it's dusty, but they're not dusty, and the magics can help with that.
Because we're in the cart.
Do you want to see some magic?
No, I know what magic looks like. I've seen it. I don't have it.
I mean, I can show you a little magic trick.
I don't.
I poof out a little guitar just out of nowhere.
Ooh.
Where are we keeping that?
Well, as you would say, in the magics.
You sort of just reach behind you. It is there now.
Yeah. That's where I keep it.
I like him.
That's a pretty cool trick.
Boy, ma'am.
Yes.
Why are you in the middle of the road skinning a rabbit?
Well, I was on the edge of the road skinning a rabbit because
Oh, must be my eye.
I hunted it and I was getting ready to make some breakfast. And this halfling here is generously helping me get it prepared.
Oh, all right then.
Nick, with your skill with cooking, you can salvage her work.
Good. I was picturing that, like, have you ever played or seen Red Dead Redemption? Is that skinning animation where they just take it and just rip the skin?
That's how you skin a rabbit.
Exactly.
That's
She
the
was doing it
proper
right.
way.
Ma'am, seeing as you are an experienced hunter, do you know any interesting hunting trails around here that I could add to my map?
Well, no, I'm rather new to the area, but have you heard there's a dragon in the area?
Ooh, that sounds nice. Where? Pray tell. What sort of dragon have you seen?
Well, I haven't seen it myself,
Oh, so there is no dragon.
but I've heard rumors, and I've started the hunt myself, and I was wondering if any of you would like to join me.
Wait, you're going hunting and you were having trouble with a rabbit?
I'm
You're
not,
going hunting for a dragon. and
I'm
you were
not
having
going to
trouble with a
skin the dragon.
You're missing out.
It would be quite hard to do that.
rabbit. I'll be honest, I don't think the dragons have skin.
They do.
Something to Sid doesn't seem quite right. Can I make an insight check on him?
Yeah, go ahead. And what's your perception bonus? I'll roll a secret check.
+9. Expert.
You can tell that she is not telling the whole story. Like, her motives for what she's doing and why she's here, she's not being totally forthright about that. You also notice that her pauldrons and vambraces are mismatched. They don't go together.
Madam, can I pull you to the side for a second?
I mean, to the side from the rest of your group?
Yeah, it's only going to take a second. I promise it's not.
Okay, as long as we go into the grass and not onto the dusty road.
No, we're just going to go farther down.
It's dirty. It's not dusty. There's no dust on the road.
So, when we're a little out of air, I'm going to whisper to her. I'm like, so, I used to be a bandit myself.
She steps back.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I've changed my ways for the most part. I notice your clothing's a bit mismatched. Are you?
Are you? She gets on like a really self-righteous, offended air and is like, "Are you insinuating that I stole these?"
No, I mean, can you really steal something from a dead body? I mean, they're dead. They don't need it anymore.
Hey, Sid, you probably shouldn't be accusing anyone of anything.
I'm whispering. You don't hear me.
I can hear her from over here.
Oh, wait, why
She is not keeping her voice down.
Well, her thing's all mismatched. It's weird. And she's out here hunting when there's a town, right? Up there.
Backbone. He's probably just telling her that he was abandoned.
Well, we all know that.
Right, but
I mean,
she
yeah,
didn't.
that
You
was
saw how she reacted.
But what? It looked like he was accusing her.
Well,
Mr. Bandit.
I'm not a bandit anymore. I'm a knight.
Mr. Former Bandit.
Hey, he's not a bandit anymore.
I have never killed anyone.
Oh, I don't believe that.
And
you
you're
killed
hunting
that
a
rabbit.
dragon.
I've never killed a person.
Oh, you must have a lot of people trying to kill you now.
She takes another step back.
Well, I don't want to kill you. We haven't fought or anything. There's no reason for you to want to kill me.
She seems distressed. Why did we let Sid do a sidebar with her?
I don't know. I think I'll go approach them.
Wait, Backbone.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out why you're out here hunting a rabbit with mismatching vambraces and a white cloth.
I'm just getting started as an adventurer, and I don't have a lot of equipment.
And you're hunting a dragon.
Well, gotta start somewhere.
Well, not there. I walk up behind her.
So you have a death wish?
No,
If you do, there's a lot easier ways.
but this town needs help, and nobody's doing anything about this dragon.
There's a town here.
Yes, it's Bridge over Dairy Run. It's
Wait,
right down the
let me
road.
check my maps.
Oh my gosh.
Sam, go ahead and make me a crafting check.
Oh my.
Can I make a cartography lore check?
Yeah.
I just want to imagine that he does have a map, but just it's not on the map, it's off the edge where a dragon is just drawn
Yeah.
in.
So
21.
Yes, you have Bridge over Dairy Run on your map.
And here I thought we'd have to sleep in tents tonight.
where'd you get those braces?
They were a gift.
From?
Rolling over your perception check from previously, she's lying.
Who gave them to you?
Probably the rabbit.
Backbone, I don't
Yes,
need you interjecting.
it was the rabbit.
You killed someone who gave you a gift, and you're yelling at me for being a prior bandit.
Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that. Sorry, lady. Hey, what's your name?
My name is Eliza.
Ah, we probably should have started with that. Sid, did you not ask her that before you had a sidebar?
No, I only asked if she had the magics.
It's true.
Okay, two things I have. One, Backbone, I'm quite upset at you for interrupting a sidebar.
Well,
Two, let's just continue this conversation in the wagon on our way to this town.
is Eliza coming with us?
I'm not going to the
It's
town.
getting dark, so
Well,
we are...
It's the first thing in the morning.
What?
If you're not,
Are
you
those
really.
storm clouds rolling in?
I set a trap for the dragon last night, and I know for a fact that it worked.
How do you know it worked?
I'll tell you if you promise to help me.
Well, I mean, we can't just let a dragon get a town.
This is quite exciting. I do like hunting things like dragons. Adrian! Gnome! Lark! Lark!
The gnome is Lark, you racist.
Adrian and Lark!
I have a name.
What do
You
you
just learned
two
my name.
What do you two think about hunting dragons?
I've never seen a dragon before.
Are we being paid?
Are we being
Or is
paid?
anyone in need of a strong father figure?
Are you, okay,
I think
ma'am,
this lady needs a
Hey,
strong father
don't
figure.
worry.
I volunteer.
Ma'am, two things. One, are we being paid? Two, are you an orphan in need of a father?
I am not an orphan in need of a father,
You answered the second one first.
but there is a sizable bounty for slaying the dragon, and I will take only a half share.
Okay, 1 second.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
Adrian?
Well, I know that you're all far more experienced adventurers than I am.
Well, how do you know that?
Yes,
well,
we're being
you have
paid.
real weapons, and I have a knife.
Why are you taking half if we're more experienced? Shouldn't we get more?
There's also 6 of
No,
us.
there will be 7 of us working together,
Yes.
and I will have a half of a share, and then you will each have a full share.
Right, I don't understand why you get half of the share.
So where does the
Because
other half
I
go?
set the trap.
But
She's like indignantly waving her knife.
I
now.
don't think you understand how this works, ma'am.
we did.
don't need you. We know there's a dragon in town now.
Well, do you know where it is?
Oh, it's right over
So-
there.
Hold on. So if we get, let's say, hopefully it's more than this, but let's say we get 10 gold. Okay. Why do you get 5? That's what
no,
I'm
I don't
asking.
get half of the gold.
Oh, that's what you said.
We'll split the gold into 6.5 shares, and I
Ah.
will take a half share.
Oh, that's fair.
Why don't we just split it into 7?
Because I don't deserve as much of the gold as you do.
Wait,
She's
why?
being very generous.
She didn't do anything.
Well, that is true. She
Except for
doesn't
setting
seem
the trap,
very
apparently.
helpful.
I have a lot of book knowledge,
Yes.
and I know the area, and I know where the dragon is.
Now, hold on a second.
I think that deserves a full share.
Well, hold on. The half-share thing makes sense, because many of us in this party are orphans, and there's a service charge per orphan. So, the half-share, the orphan service charge, would come out of her half.
I keep telling you, that's something you made up.
Well, it works. People pay me the service charge.
It does work.
If that's how you want to write down your information for taxes.
I'll prepare my form. I'll fill out my 1099, and I'll need you to give me your federal employer ID.
Is he from Cheliax?
I don't think she's paying us. I think the town's paying us.
But then why are we talking to her now?
Because she set the trap.
What trap?
She knows where
For
the
the
dragon
dragon.
is.
So the town gave the employer ID then. What's the town's employer ID?
Well, we have to go to the town.
Or that she said she's not going to the town.
I forgot what the town's name was.
All right, fine. She reaches into a little pouch that she wasn't wearing earlier and pulls out all these papers, and she's like, all right, fine. I'll contract all of you, and we'll have it contractually obligated that I will take a half share.
I thought you said you didn't have the magics.
I don't. This is just plot contrivance.
I like
Okay.
this. This is good.
I put my instrument up.
Come to the wagon, and we'll go to your dragon.
Was that you meant rhyme?
What? Oh, it rhymed. Diane will be pleased to meet you.
You can meet our strong father figure, Adrian, and you can meet our gnome friend, Locke.
And the woman of my life, Diane. Come on, you two. Bring the wagon over.
We'll bring the wagon and Diane along. Diane seems happy and extra well fed.
Is Diane pulling the wagon?
No.
Is the wagon just so dusty?
It is so dusty except the inside, which has one small pile of dust.
What? Who put this
Very
dust?
neat, tidy pile of dust.
Sid, is this your dust?
Probably.
No, I don't collect dust. I collect teeth.
I feel like
Wait
I
a
just
second.
look at you and I think dust. And I don't like it.
Well,
Algernon, I don't appreciate you bullying my son.
I'm not bullying the lad. He's my partner.
Toll, you're being very mean to me today.
I am not.
I don't like
I'm
it.
a good friend of yours.
So Eliza, this is the rest of our group.
Hello.
Adrian, Lark, Nick.
Yes, he skinned the rabbit for me.
Yes.
Oh yes, you met him.
Nick is very useful.
Rabbit's here.
I'm gonna pull Adrian and Laura. I'm like, alright, so she has mismatching braces and she's very like lying.
Oh boy.
So, mismatching braces means lying.
No, she is lying. I don't know
Oh.
about what, but she says she's not a bandit, but I don't believe that.
So Miss Eliza,
Yes.
they're trying to fill me in, but you're a starting adventurer.
Yes, this would be my second adventure.
Oh, that is exciting for you, I'm sure. What was your first adventure?
Running away from home.
That is very relatable.
Ah, an orphan by choice.
I didn't kill my parents.
No, not like...
But
I see
did
what
you-
you're thinking there.
Did you emancipate yourself before leaving?
No, I just left. I'm going back.
But then you're an orphan.
What lot brought you to the adventuring?
The dragon. I'd been hearing about this dragon, and nobody's doing anything about it. And I can't just stand by and watch while people are being harassed by a dragon.
You said that weird.
You did say that
You said that very weird, and I'm an android.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me try again. I can't just sit by and watch while people are being harassed by a dragon.
There's something just insincere about your voice.
Insight
I
check.
fully understand that. So you and Hal bought yourself some armor and you're ready to go.
No, she said the braces were a gift from a dead rabbit she killed.
I was being sarcastic.
So you were lying.
Is the rabbit not related to the armor?
The rabbit was because I was hungry.
That's understandable. That is an adventure in and of itself.
Then this is going to be my third adventure.
Okay.
Are you still hungry?
Yes, because I haven't cooked the rabbit yet.
Nick, can she have some bread and water?
Of course.
Have you ever eaten a dragon?
What?
Have you ever eaten a dragon?
Not yet.
It's usually pretty hard to get a hold of those ingredients.
Well, then we'll be the first.
If we work together as a team, we'll be eating dragon tonight.
I would expect at least 2 nights from now. Surely, I don't think we'll find it in one night. Kill it in an evening.
Well, this is a one-shot.
What was the town name called again?
Bridge over Dairy Run.
Bridge over Dairy Run.
Is that one word or multiple?
It's hyphenated.
Hey, Jordy.
Yes.
She seemed fairly on the up and up with the information she is giving me.
I'll say by this point, you all have been interacting with her enough that you are all succeeding essentially passive perception that she is hiding a lot. And some things come off as outright lies, and other things are coming off as more like she's coloring the truth.
She is the dragon.
The rabbit did give the bracers.
All right.
The rabbit was
She
the
didn't kill
dragon.
anyone, she ate them. There's a difference.
Oh.
Eliza, stay here for a second. Everyone else, sidebar, huddle. Come here.
Oh, I love huddles.
Diane, come here.
We cut
No.
to another.
Oh, yes.
We cut to another long shot as you all just go back over to where Sid had taken her earlier for the sidebar, and she's just standing by the side of the road next to the wagon.
All right.
You know, I
We
do
took a
really,
rabbit.
I do really enjoy standing in the grass here. It's a lot less dusty.
It's true. However, we're not here to discuss the dust. Sid.
We've been discussing dust.
I didn't
this
bring up
entire
the dust.
time.
That was
You keep bringing it up.
We are here to discuss this woman who seems to be not on the up and up. Is everyone okay with working for her? In my experience, I just wait till people are found in their lies and then act justified at the time. Are you wanting to preemptively act on her lies or just wait?
If it truly is a dragon problem, I think that it would be beneficial to everyone to try to help.
also, I'm used to working with lawyers.
We could probably find out a little bit more accurate information from the town.
She said she didn't want to go to the town.
Well, we've got to go there to, first get our bounty, but at the same time, we should
just
probably
signed
go there
contracts with her.
anyway. You signed a contract already?
I didn't sign anything.
She pulled out all those papers and gave them all to us for legal taxes.
Oh, I've been holding on to it.
That wasn't a contract. That was a legal paper.
Then what was it?
That is what a contract is.
Well, what about you three, Nick, and you two?
I mean, I am curious what a dragon tastes like, but also if there's good gold in it.
In the dragon?
In the dragon? Wait, do dragons have gold in
In
them?
a lair.
As someone who has partaken upon the flesh of a monster, probably don't.
Well, but if you cook it right,
What if
surely.
What if its hoard is a
Maybe.
hoard of delicacies?
Sandwiches.
Yes.
I'm sure so many of those have spoiled.
Little finger sandwiches.
Unless it's cold.
Oh, I love little finger
What,
sandwiches.
do you think
Or
they
breakfast
have
sandwiches.
breakfast sandwiches?
Oh.
So this sidebar that we're having,
Little
can we
finger
move it
breakfast
along? Because I think we
sandwiches.
should probably go.
Sure.
It seems to have turned into a breakfast bar.
Let's just montage our way to the trap.
If the dragon has breakfast sandwiches, I want to go.
I am kind of hungry.
Why are you so... Why? Is it because you haven't had breakfast yet? Why are you so enthused about
No,
breakfast sandwiches?
Breakfast sandwiches are good.
Do you have a breakfast sandwich I can have?
No.
I'm a little hungry. Can I get some more bread?
Of course.
You know, I was once in this small town where the center of town they had a moldy breakfast sandwich.
Wait, what?
I never had the heart to tell anyone what happened that day.
What?
Is your sidebar almost over?
Oh. I
No,
was
it's
about to
been
tell a
over,
story about how
sorry.
there's a fake sandwich in that thing, but we should get going.
Well, maybe we should get going. I think that...
Also, eating moldy sandwiches gives you indigestion.
Did you eat and replace the sandwich?
I'm just starting to walk.
I have so many questions. I'm holding 2 markers.
But the sidebar is done, everyone. Let's go back.
Eliza, I think in our sidebar we came to the conclusion that we're going to go to the town and get some sandwiches, and then worry about the dragon after we eat.
Maybe some more supplies and potentially more leads on where the dragon might be.
But I know where the dragon is.
Right, but
Might not be exactly where you think it is, so I want to get more of an opinion.
And you can't kill a dragon on an empty stomach, and I'm hungry.
I have a rabbit.
That's not enough.
Also, if we go to the town first, officially, in air quotes, get information about the dragon, then we go kill the dragon, it looks a little less suspicious than if we just show up with a dead dragon.
New Dad's right.
Also, Diane has eaten your rabbit.
No!
I did not feed... Diane! Stop! Wait!
She gets quite hungry in the mornings.
I understand, Diane.
We don't need to go back to town. We've got everything we need set up here.
How do you
We
know?
can-
You were just standing there with a dead rabbit.
Well, I was just hunting while I was waiting for adventurers like you to come along.
What did you do in the town?
That sounds suspicious.
I'm going to coerce her to tell me the information.
Oh!
Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Don't mess up.
Also,
Yes, fingers crossed.
So you ate
What?
you ate my sandwich?
What's your sandwich?
You ate my sandwich?
What do you have to do with that sandwich?
You ate my sandwich?
Locke, are you okay? Adrian, why are you comforting Locke? Locke, what's wrong with you?
You ate my sandwich!
Your sandwich? What? I haven't eaten today.
We'll talk about it later.
Well, okay, we can have another sidebar.
21.
So you ask her, what did you do in town? And you're just kind of, using your menacing presence to just be like, you better tell.
Yeah.
All right, fine. I stole the armor
I knew it.
and I left them behind and came out here to find the dragon on my own. I heard that some adventurers were coming by and I thought it was my chance.
Well, it wasn't us, because we just learned about this dragon from you. But, you go back in town, give the armor back, apologize.
But then they won't let me come and hunt the dragon.
You can come with us.
Well, hold on. We may not have known about the dragon, but we were coming by.
We were coming by, but we didn't know about the dragon.
Tales of our adventures certainly do precede us, apparently.
I was going to completely avoid the town. I didn't realize it was there.
Who's leading this caravan?
I am. I make maps.
He's obviously the group
Young lady, I
leader.
am disappointed in your behavior, but you have potential.
It's true.
So what you're saying is
You have a good heart and you want to help people.
you're not mad, you're disappointed.
Yes, exactly that.
That's the worst that a parent can be.
Wow, I have conflicted feelings now.
Well, look, here's what we'll do.
We'll hunt the dragon.
We'll go back to the town.
No, hang on. As we all know here as experienced adventurers, armor definitely helps to not die.
I don't know about that. I haven't worn, armor, and I'm fine.
Me either.
Also, as we know as experienced adventurers, we need to have breakfast and go to town.
Yeah, that's what I said. You can't hunt a dragon on an empty stomach.
We really
I'm
don't
sure we could hunt
need
more
to go to the
rabbits.
town.
No,
Lady-
come on. I'm going to pick her up,
Listen,
carry her
lady.
into the tavern, into the
Into the
caravan, sit her down and say, let's go. I'm hungry.
Wait.
I'm sure
Wait,
we can hunt more
no, did you
rabbits as we
just
travel.
Don't put her on the dust.
No, she's already there.
She was sat down in the middle of the dust, and so it just all exploded
No,
outward.
my maps. Now they're gonna look old. Oh, that might help.
Oh, that one's just an empty piece of paper.
Hey, don't judge my
But
maps.
if we wait, we'll lose the trail.
No, that's fine.
What trail do you have?
I set a trap with the dragon is leading a trail back to its den.
Oh, don't worry. I'm an expert
All right.
at tracking creatures. I'll find it.
I'm sure it'll be there.
I say we at the very least humor her. I mean, she's capable enough to steal people's armor. She might be capable enough to set a trap.
But I'm quite hungry.
Dragons steal livestock. There might be something mostly
I'm
dead, not worth
eating
returning.
a raw sheep.
Nick can cook.
I can cook that up. Mutton's pretty tasty.
Can
I
you
mean,
cook on the
Like your
wagon?
chops.
Why didn't you all eat before you struck camp this morning?
We did. I'm still hungry.
Struck camp. We've been
This
riding
group
in a
is
wagon for
ravenous.
hours.
You know what we're gonna have to go through just to keep them.
You know, maybe you should just drop me off by the side of the road and I can wait for the next group.
No,
of
you're coming. You have
adventurers.
to apologize, or the townspeople won't accept you.
I will apologize when I come back with the dragon's head.
No.
You're gonna be grounded.
All right, fine, but you better have more bread.
Wait.
Make me run through bread pretty quick. I'm sure we can scavenge something up while we're
Nick.
following the dragon
I have
trail.
jerky in
Yeah,
my pocket.
yes.
I just don't want to eat
Do
it.
you have food on you right now?
I mean, some more rations.
I like some
We've been
food.
going through those kind of quickly.
If we're going to skip town, I need food. Do you have
well,
some?
Diane
for me?
already ate the rabbits.
Well, it's not my fault.
I'm sure we'll manage to find something. We can probably hunt a new rabbit while we're following the
I
dragon.
don't like
One rabbit's
rabbits.
not enough. You know that.
We hunt more than one rabbit.
I eat at least 4 on my own.
Eliza is getting out of the
More
wagon.
rabbits.
I have had to prepare so many of them.
I just need to know, do androids eat?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't know the
I
mechanics
mean, they probably
of,
can.
of mechanics.
I believe they have a sidebar that says they don't.
Yes, they do. They have artificial organs that
They
process
do
it.
eat. Okay.
No, we have to have another sidebar because we need to discuss the fact that Toll ate my sandwich.
What? Who are you again?
That's
Oh,
Lark.
Lark! I didn't notice you by all the dust on you. You've never been dusty before.
She has taught me so many sandwich secrets.
What? What does that mean?
So many recipes I never even imagined.
Sandwiches.
That one sandwich with the mustard. Oh,
I don't
Gosh,
it was,
like
it was a good
mustard.
sandwich.
I thought you were going to say mustache, and now I just imagined a sandwich with a mustache.
Of
I
mustard.
have
It was a
mustache.
mustard mustache.
By this point, Eliza has gotten out of the wagon and is starting to walk diagonally towards the woods and a little bit south.
Diane, keep her from leaving.
I put her in the wagon. Why would I let her leave
No.
the wagon?
I said she's getting out now, and nobody said
I didn't
anything.
hear that.
I heard him say it.
I can't watch her just walk away. I'm
Diane's-
going to join her.
Diane's gonna go corral her back.
And me?
Yeah, sure, you too.
She jumps back and holds the knife out like she plans to defend herself from Diane, but clearly has no idea what she's doing.
Diane intimidates her with her silver talon.
I'm going to hold my hand out like Chris, what's his name in Jurassic Park?
Chris Pratt.
Pratt?
Chris
That's
Pratt.
not even his character's name.
I don't know what his character's name is. I haven't seen the movie. But I'm going to hold my hand out in front of Diane next to Eliza.
Diane looks at your hand hungrily.
She just ate a rabbit.
I think it'll be fine if we go with her. I know I just had the opinion of going to this town, but I don't think Eliza's going to be privy to going that direction. I think we should follow her.
I think she's just a scared child.
How old are you, Eliza?
19.
Oh.
Just the beginning of her adventure.
She's lying.
She's 12.
All right, then, everyone. What's the votes? This is a democracy.
Well, I'm concerned Eliza's going to get herself killed.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from.
I
don't
can't
want
leave
to
her
die.
alone.
Look at the way she's holding the knife. It's not a strong stance.
Let me show you how to hold that, like someone angry at least.
She holds it back a little bit. I'm afraid you're going to keep it and tell me to go home.
What? No, I have my own weapon. Do you not see it?
Well, it seems like you all don't want me here. Maybe I should go hunt the dragon by myself.
Actually, I think we just had a majority vote to help you.
I just don't want you to die.
It was a very disorganized vote, but I think that was the case.
All right.
Lark seems very interested in helping you.
I think
When-
Mark's still concerned about the sandwich.
I'm
When we
very concerned about the sandwich.
So Eliza passes the knife over to Sid, who kind of shows her some knife-wielding uses and tactics and kind of how to hold it and carry yourself in battle as you all walk towards where she said she had set the trap. When you arrive, you can tell that there was certainly something that happened here, somewhat of a struggle. Who would like to investigate? Any or all of you?
I will.
What do you
What do
want
I-
us to roll?
Perception or survival?
I'll partake.
26.
23.
Oh, that was good, Lark.
Thank you.
Thank you for noticing that. I would have missed it.
16.
14.
Aw.
There was a thing that happened here.
12. I see the thing you're talking about.
Yeah, it's very thingish.
Yes, something clearly happened.
Were you investigating the scene at all, Sid, or just working on more knife skills while everyone else looks?
No, I leave the investigating to the experts.
All right. So then everyone but Sid and Nick notice that there was clearly little struggle. There was something that happened, but for like a dragon coming by, there's not as much disturbance as you were expecting. There's a little bit of blood and some crushed grass near the end of the footprints that Eliza had left when she'd set up the trap. Then, Backbone, Algernon, and Lark, you all know the following information. A. You're confident that the creature was flying and alighted only at the moment of snatching its prey. And B. The creature was large and fast. Judging by the terrain and everything that moved on impact, this creature was likely about twice the size of a farm horse and going at least 50 miles an hour.
Farm horse. Not quite the dragon I would have thought it would be.
Well, it's twice the size of a farm horse, so yep, definitely a dragon.
Seem pretty big.
Perhaps a young dragon.
I'm terrified of its actual movement speed in combat now.
So, interjection. Flying creatures, especially those that hunt, can reach insane speeds when they dive. So, turning her attention away from like the knife training with Sid, Eliza notices that you're all examining the field and the area, and she explains, out of character to move things along, that what she had set up was a trap for the dragon where she had gotten a sheep that had died recently and planted on it a bladder, because this is a fantasy world. Yes, a real bladder that was filled with a concoction that she had mixed herself that is like a highly reflective liquid, not mercury, kids. She had cut a small hole in the bladder and then tied it shut with a slip knot so that when the dragon carried the sheep off, it would untie and just slowly leak as the dragon flew off. And she points off towards the woods, and you can see glinting in the sunlight this reflective trail.
Is that mercury?
No, this is an entirely non-toxic reflective liquid.
I see.
I understand why you didn't want to go to the town now, because if the sun isn't up, we can't see the shiny.
Exactly. It'll only reflect in bright light. Dim light won't work.
Well, I assumed that we'd be coming back the next day.
Well, it could
But
have been
then
washed off.
It was gonna be daytime.
It hasn't rained in forever. Surely
You
it's
can
going to
see-
rain soon.
You can see the storm clouds brewing on the horizon.
I just wanted breakfast.
You already ate my sandwich.
That sandwich that I told a story about was months, maybe years ago. I haven't eaten in a while.
You can't have my jerky.
You have jerky.
It's mine.
You have jerky and you didn't tell me.
Yes.
I've been like a father to you. And
No,
I'm
you
so
haven't.
Hungry.
That's my new dad.
Hello.
Well, was there anything else we needed, or can we set off and get that dragon?
Actually, I want to check with my Arcana and my survival. Am I able to determine if this does feel like an actual dragon? or anything like that.
What was your total again?
26.
It certainly feels dragonish.
Does it feel like it feels like a younger dragon because the size you said.
Yes. So as you're examining like the impact, the size of the creature, this certainly would not be an ancient dragon, and if it's an adult, it would be very small. This is more likely a juvenile.
Well, juveniles are quite stupid, so we should be able to get the upper hand on it. Why are you looking at me like that?
Juveniles are stupid.
Generally, children are not the smartest
No, I
people.
understand the ewe is already dead, right? The sheep that you left as bait. So now we have a full-fed dragon to deal with. Do we see any sort of scorch marks around if it did anything, thinking it was a live sheep, or it was just...
Doesn't seem to be any.
I don't think the dragon's fully fed off one sheep. That's too little. One sheep would barely fill me up.
Maybe it's gathering it for its hoard of entrees.
I don't think everything's a bottomless pit like Sid is.
Well, I think we can get going.
All right, and Eliza, wielding her knife with more confidence now, starts leading the way, following this reflective liquid path.
I really hope you don't die.
In case it comes up, I'd like to be scouting.
In case it comes up, I'd like to be scavenging for berries to keep this man fed.
As you all are walking towards the woods, the camera's left behind, and it slowly cranes down into the grass, and we see in the dirt on the ground, with the gouges where the claws had scraped, there's a couple loose reptilian scales that are a deep green that get lighter on the edges.
You didn't tell us about that. The heck, man?
Maybe your characters didn't roll high enough to see that.
What?
Oh wait, so is that info we did not know?
That is info that we as players sitting around the table know,
But
your
not our
characters don't.
Okay.
That's fine.
I thought you were describing a new scene, and I was like,
Nope.
tell me about
That was
those
drama.
things.
So I will not write them down.
You've ruined my bit of knowledge now that I have knowledge that I shouldn't, so I wish I could take it back.
Now we're gonna metagame.
Oh,
I took it back.
you took back too much.
What are we sitting around for?
Algernon, you're leading the path.
Algernon.
You're leading the charge.
Just call him Toll.
Yes, because I'm scouting, and I have my highest survival.
Go ahead and make a survival check.
23.
All right. So you are scouting, but with that result of the check, you have difficulty as you're traversing the hills and a little drop-off cliff here and stuff. You're not quite able to chart a path for the party to move at full speed, but go around all of the eccentricities of the path. So you kind of have the choice between going a little bit slower, easier, or just all right, I guess we're jumping this hill. So there was a bonus that might occur, but you will only get normal scouting benefits.
Don't you have auto mapping where it automatically populates as you walk around?
Yes.
That's cheating. That's
It's
not.
this map right here. It's magical.
That's cheating.
Oh, what's so dusty and wet? I can't
It's-
look at it anymore. Sorry,
Dusty
I've ruined
and
it.
wet.
I've ruined it. I can't use it anymore.
Far less dusty now under the canopy of the trees in the forest as you're making your way through the fern bushes and under the deciduous
Deciduous
branches
trees.
of the forest. And as you press through, Algernon, in the front, you hear some noises of creatures in the underbrush ahead.
There are. I guess he just puts his hand up. Give me something up ahead. Allow me to look.
Can I look?
So here's the thing we could do mechanically. I'm an expert in stealth, and I have quiet allies as a skill check. So, I make a single stealth roll using the lowest modifier in the group instead of rolling separately. But you could also just follow the expert. I was thinking about rolling stealth.
I am also trained in stealth.
What's your stealth modifier?
Well, you wouldn't need to know mine if we're doing the first one.
Well, no, yours might be lower than mine.
Well, no, we use the lowest in the group.
Yeah, if it's me and you, then
Oh, if it's just me, mine's 9.
Oh, mine's 13.
All right, so Algernon and Sid are scouting ahead. Is anyone else going with them or just the two?
Do we want to roll separate? Do we want to share one? How does follow the expert work?
I'm not sure if we're going to have downtime. Do you want to establish that they ate the cooperative waffles that I could make? Follow the expert?
Yeah, that would actually make sense for the duo of them that work together, too.
All right. Something the DM was cool with, I can make cooperative waffles. So when you two split them...
I thought that was a joke.
No, it's a real magically food item. after you both eat half of the waffles to activate them, so you just ate the waffles, for the whole day, when one of you uses Follow the Expert to follow the other, the circumstance bonus granted is 1 higher.
So, allow me to explain Follow the Expert. When choose an ally attempting a skill check, a recurring skill check. I don't know if stealth qualifies.
So that would be the move stealthily exploration activity.
Okay, so it's like while exploring, such as climbing or performing a different one that requires a skill check, like avoiding notice. So Follow the Expert. You pick an ally doing a skill check during exploration, and the ally has to be an expert in the skill and willing to provide assistance. While doing that, you can add your level as a proficiency bonus to the skill check, even if you're untrained. Additionally, you gain a circumstance bonus to your skill check based on your ally's proficiency.
So normally, since you're an expert, then Sid would get a +2, but since you shared those cooperative waffles, that'll improve that bonus to a +3.
Ooh, so I have a bonus of 12 now,
Yeah, which is just 1 under mine.
which is perfect.
Yeah, so we'll move forward.
All right, let me roll those secret stealth checks for
Aw.
you. Blue for Sam and copper
That means
for
we're going to fail
Jenkins.
because Jordy's rolling them for us.
No, Jordy rolls well for me.
Not for me. So, Algernon gets down and starts eating some berries as he continues forward.
+13, +12?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can I have some?
No, you didn't give me any jerky. You
It's
can eat
my
your
jer-
jerky.
No, I need my jerky.
Nick gave me these berries. I'm eating them myself.
What? Nick didn't give me no berries.
Just so you know, I as a ranger, I do ignore difficult terrain in forests such as this. They do not hinder me.
As a barbarian, I do not.
So you sneak up to this ledge with like this conveniently placed string of bushes, kind of just blocking any view from below of what might be up on that ledge. And as you look out over, you see 5 canid figures.
Like
Canid?
Yes,
dog-like?
Oh,
they're not actually canines, but they're canids.
what do they look like?
Well,
Canids.
4 of them look like, how would you describe this? Think of a wolf, make it ugly and very obviously mean.
Rude.
So just like a wolf with mange?
No, worse than that.
Oh.
And it doesn't look so much unhealthy as it does an embodiment of pure evil.
Can I roll recall knowledge on it?
Yes.
What would you need to roll recall knowledge on that?
For this one, it would be Arcana or Nature.
Can I glimpse weakness?
What? Oh, you have a Thaumaturge archetype? Oh, that's so good.
There are 4 that look similar and 1 that looks different from the other 4.
Oh.
So the 4 that look similar, Sam, you wanted to roll Arcana. I described those first.
I have a +10 to nature.
Okay.
So they look like wolves with mange and rabies.
Range.
Algernon,
Toll.
as in a giraffe or a GIF. Algernon, you know that these are wargs.
Oh.
And the 5th that is kind of sitting off by itself. Quick question. Who in the party knows Goblin?
I know Jotun.
Me. I do.
So, Lark, maybe like 10, 15 feet behind the 2 of them who have snuck ahead to that line of bushes.
I know Goblin.
And Algernon, you hear from this 5th that looks a little bit different. It's like a hulkier frame and has like bat-like ears. And it's just kind of mumbling to itself in Goblin. Just one more, just one more, just one more.
I know what that is. Sam does.
And just as Algernon is like, wait, what is that 5th? Why does that look different? Sid, you finish like stepping up next to him and step on a twig and it just snap.
Jordy, you're supposed to roll good for me.
As I did not roll well for Sid's secret stealth check. And that's where we'll end this episode.
Aww.
Crap.
This has been an Atomic Broadcasting production. Pathfinder, Galarian, and the Lost Omens world setting are copyright of Paizo. More information at paizo.com. Music in the show is from Monument Studios' collection, as well as assorted artists, with some original tracks composed by Jordy Hake. More details in the description. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to share with a friend, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time.